about the journey, the grind, and everything behind high impact creatives. I don't have to announce my friend over here, but I'm announcing him anyway. This is Minister Tim White. Okay, he is a earth shaker, a room shifter, and I'm happy to say a friend.
Wow.
Every time I've called him, he's been there for me.
Yes,
I've
sir.
never had to fight to get him or anything like that. And more importantly, I've seen him shift rooms, and he's anointed. He's oily. He's oily, and that's what matters. All right. Thanks for being on the show, man.
Well, I'm just honored to be here with you. I'm so proud of you in this space.
Thank you.
I had the opportunity to record some stuff here.
Yeah.
And you are doing it, man.
I
And you
appreciate
said
that,
you wanted
man.
to do this music, the school, the studio. You got all this stuff, and now podcasts. I mean, what
Now
can't you
podcasts,
do?
man. Listen,
you doing this thing.
Barbershop in the back. We ain't gonna talk about that. It's all kind of. Listen, you got to diversify in this business, okay?
I love
music.
it.
Slow down. You got to have something else that's going.
5 streams, Doc. 5 streams, Doc. I love it.
You gotta have it because you never know when something's gonna slow down.
You just never know.
So listen, we
I'm
gonna
proud
get
of you.
right into it, man. I'm so proud of you, and I have my questions and everything.
Okay.
But it's something I really wanted to talk about. When
Okay.
I think of Tim White, it's something that stands out to me
Mm-hmm.
more than anything else, and that is how important it is to be yourself.
Wow.
You know what I mean? To be yourself. It takes artists a long time to find themselves, but it seems like you found yourself immediately and went out there and attacked that. Let's talk about how important it is to be an artist and be yourself.
That is so important. That's a great question. Like, that is so important to artists and those that are even listening. Mm-hmm. It's important for the Bible declares to be instant in season and out of season.
Come on, Doc.
And it talks about, it's just declaring and letting us know that what God has given you is authentically you.
Yeah.
I don't try to be nobody else, and I ain't trying to, in competition with anybody else.
Yeah.
I'm just who I am.
And I believe that's why you're so impactful.
And you know what I'm saying? And I really agree with that. Any 2 times you see me, you're going to get the same thing. And that's how I've always been growing up as a child in the church and all that. I've never wavered from that. Yeah. And I believe some artists need to understand that even if what you're doing, watch this, is not popular.
Yeah.
But you have to be consistent.
Yeah.
Because consistency is key.
Yeah. So talk about that. So what you're doing not being popular or maybe not with the mainstream. So many artists really go after being like other artists, right? We want another this person, want another that person. And they wonder why they're not successful.
Yeah.
And it's because they haven't found their niche because they're not being themselves.
They're not.
So how do you remain consistent through all that, knowing that you're different?
Knowing that God has called you, knowing that you're walking in your purpose, knowing that what you're doing is effective. I've had instances where I've been places like, for instance, this young lady, I was at this church, and the Lord was moving, and I was singing, and I began to minister while I was singing. And I said, when I count to 3, I want y'all to praise Him, to praise God. So when I got to 3, this young lady ran around the church, and she was going, so the whole church was going in on the young lady. And I'm saying to myself, okay, she must have just shouted for the first time. I didn't think nothing of it.
Yeah.
After church, they brought the lady to me, and the lady was deaf. What? She could not hear.
Oh, wow.
Are you hearing me?
Wow.
And let me tell you
Are you
something.
hearing me?
Okay. So that blew my whole mind. Like, how did this young lady know that on the 3 it was time to give God praise? They said it was her first time ever shouting.
Jesus. How effective you have to be for something like that to happen.
Like that.
That's oily, man.
Nothing could change. How can you top that?
Yeah.
Somebody can't even hear to give God praise in a moment like that.
Wow.
So it's very much so important.
Yeah.
Very much so.
That's incredible, man. So listen, if you don't get nothing else, it's so important, and I said this on one of my last shows, the sooner you can find yourself, the real you, become that person.
Yeah.
And be comfortable in being that person. Because God made you. He made you an original.
Yes.
On purpose.
He did.
And not being yourself is almost like telling God that I don't have faith in what you made me.
Wow.
Right? I don't have faith in what you made me, but what I'm realizing at my age now is that you can only be effective being yourself.
That's all.
You carved out your own lane. And guess what? No one else can be another Tim White. There will never be
Nobody.
another Tim White. You understand what I'm saying?
Nobody.
Okay, and that's so good, man. Listen, growing up in Chicago, how did the city shape you and your heart for gospel music?
Wow, that's another good question. You good. You good.
Come on, Doc. I do my research, Reverend.
Oh, Chicago is the Mecca. It's
Yes.
the capital of gospel
Yeah, say it again,
music.
Reverend, because I don't think people know
So,
it.
I mean, you can't get any better in Chicago. You have
No.
we sat on the shows of the Reverend Clay Evans, the Albertina
on.
Walkers, the Mexican
Carolyn.
Woods.
Come on.
I mean, all these people, we got a chance to see them just
Yeah.
going to a musical.
The home
Or just
of
whatever.
gospel music,
We
yeah.
just got it, you know what I'm saying? So it shaped me because it opened up, it broadened my musical taste
Yeah.
with the different musicians, different choirs, different singers.
Yeah.
So it let me know that, music is everywhere and it was always around me. So by us being in Chicago, it just shaped that music is everywhere. And everybody, you could go at any church in Chicago, you're going to get a great preacher, great singer, great musician,
Yeah.
great choir. You're going to get something.
You can drive down Halsted.
You can something. I'm telling
Just
you,
pick one.
and you can
Randomly.
just pick one
Yeah.
randomly,
Yeah.
and somebody in that church
Yeah.
can sing, preach, play, or
that you
something.
ain't never heard of.
You ain't never heard, ain't never.
Breaking yokes and removing burdens.
Chicago just broadened me and it opened me and it shaped me as I began to travel. I start appreciating it more.
Yeah.
Because a lot of cities and towns don't have what we have.
Hold on, let's talk about that. Because
telling you.
you don't realize it until you leave Chicago
Yes.
how spoiled we are.
We spoiled.
Musically
Oh, no.
and food. Okay? It gets to the point where you think everything outside Chicago is
my
nasty
God,
because of
my
how
God.
good the food
I'm
is.
telling you.
You know what I mean? But the
Nothing like
talent,
it.
I feel like it's almost to the point where it's oversaturated.
It is.
And you have to do what Tim White does. You have to carve out your own lane because there's too much talent here.
It's too much.
It's way too
Everybody
much
can
talent
sing,
here.
everybody can play, everybody can preach. It's like you got to find a lane, but you know what? It's being authentically yourself.
Yeah.
Like you said,
Yeah.
when you, people gonna expect what you do.
Yeah.
And that's simple as that.
And I'm so thankful for you because I remember my wife's campaign. She was running for Board of Education, and I called
Wow,
Tim.
God bless your
Because I
wife too.
needed
That's my
somebody
girl.
impactful to come through there, somebody with some oil on them. You know what I mean? To come through there and Tim he sang the paint off the walls and he ministered and she won. Well, we're just gonna say that. She won. All right, we're talking about Rich Township. That's 7 cities. I love to brag on my wife, so I'm sorry.
You should.
You just gonna have
you
to stand for
back
it,
up.
okay?
That's my girl. That's my
The
girl.
Lord gave me a golden goose, all right, and I'm forever collecting the eggs. But anyway, you know what I mean? He came through a minister, and I will always be appreciated.
Oh, thank you for inviting
Appreciative
me.
of that.
Thank you for inviting me. You know, I tell artists all the time, people don't have to invite you.
No.
So
they
you don't
don't.
never get to the place where you think you've arrived.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody asks you to come somewhere.
Yeah.
You should be appreciative.
Yeah.
That they even thought of you, because you know how many singers they could have asked.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying? So I'm never at the point, oh, they just gonna call me. No.
Yeah.
People don't have to, man. And I'm grateful that y'all asked. And
Stay
then on top
humble.
of that part.
Stay humble.
That
okay?
part.
No
Then
matter
on top
how
of that,
far
she
you go.
won.
Yeah.
I'm real grateful now
Yeah,
that I
yeah.
got out of this.
And you don't even know that was years. She's
That's
on
it.
that and have gone to greater heights.
See, but look at God.
That thing,
Look at God.
It really took her off.
Look
man.
at God.
And I will always
I love
appreciate
that.
you for that.
I
man.
love it.
Let's talk about some of your musical and spiritual influences.
Oh my God.
Who helped create Tim White as far as your sound, your ministry? Because even though you are an original, someone inspired you.
Yes.
Someone you had to glean from, and we're talking about being original, but you need to study the greats.
This is
Whoever
true.
you are and whatever you're doing,
This is true.
study the greats, and then you take what you get from them and make it your own.
This is true.
And you carve out your own lane.
This is
so
true.
let's talk about, because your cousin is Lemmy Battle.
Yes.
Okay,
That's
I
my
don't know if a lot of people know
cousin.
that.
This
'Cause
sure
I
is.
didn't know that.
That's
So
my
you have a
cousin.
strong musical family.
Valley, I do.
Come on, Doc.
I
Come
do.
on, talk
But
about it. Speak on
I
it,
was
brother.
just speaking on this maybe last week sometime with some people, and they were asking me questions similar to that.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my musical influences, and as a child, believe it or not, I didn't recognize how much they influenced me until right now.
Oh,
till
wow.
recently.
Come on,
Honestly.
Doc. Come on, tell us.
This young man, his name was Tony Lyles.
Okay.
He was our choir director at our church at the time. And I was about 8, 9, something like that. I started singing at 5.
Oh,
So
wow,
the church found
that.
out I could sing at 5. But I was singing in the bathroom. My mother knew,
Yeah.
but nobody in church knew until I sung for the choir anniversary.
Wow,
And I sung at 5 years old.
Come on, Doc.
And my song was Satan, We're Gonna Tear Your Kingdom Down.
Say we're going to tear it down.
And
Come
I've
on,
been
Reverend.
tearing it down here since, right? But anyway,
That's all right, man.
Tony Lyles, I was about 8 or 9, and he would teach the choir parts. He was the choir director. So he would say, I'll be in the choir rehearsal. So the kids playing around in choir rehearsal, I would be in choir rehearsal looking at him, watching him teach the parts and watching him give them their part. So he would say, Tim, come and give the alto their part, sing the alto their part, and they act like they can't do it. And I would get up at 8 and sing their part. Well, didn't know at 13, 14, about 10 years old, I got into the Soul Children. He told my mother to take me to audition for the Soul Children. So I
Shout
sang
out
with
to
the
Walt
Soul
Whitman.
Children.
Dr.
Walt
we talked
Whitman.
about him on the last show.
Yes, Walt Whitman, I sang with the Soul
we gonna
Children.
have him on
It
the
was
show
not
now.
long, but I sang with the Soul Children, right?
Yeah.
But my mother took me at 10, and then by the time I got 13 or 14, Tony Lyles ended up leaving our church. So then I had to step up as the choir director for all of the older
And you're
people.
already trained. Dude.
By
You
that
don't
time,
realize.
he had already
Put it in you now.
groomed me. Ain't that something?
Wow.
At the time, you're
Yeah,
not
no.
thinking. I just loved the music. I loved the
Yeah.
choir. I would just sit there and glean from him. So Tony Lyles is definitely one. But in me, you would hear the likes of a John P. Key, the likes of a Fred Hammond, the likes of a Byron Cage. You would hear the likes of a Shirley Caesar, Reverend Clay Evans.
Get to them quartet singers,
You
Reverend.
would
Come
see-
on,
you
Doc.
hear the
They
likes
in
of
there.
them. You hear the likes of them, and those are just my definitely musical influence. But when you talk about quartet, Joe Lagun, Lee Williams, the Williams brothers, these are people that I had opportunity to share the stage with and be around as coming up.
Yeah.
And so I saw all of them, and then it was this group called the Shirley Adams Singers.
Yeah, come on.
So the Shirley Adams Singers had family members in it, and one of my aunts was in, named Liz. She used to sing a song, There's Been a Change in My Life. That's how I fell in love with singing at 5 years old, listening to her sing that song.
You knocking my questions out already.
I'm telling you,
Reverend.
I did. I fell in love. I used to beg them, can you please take me to rehearsal? 5 now, 5 years old.
Wow.
Sitting there listening to her sing.
Such an
"There's been a
impressionable
change."
age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In my life, and it makes me feel all right.
Lord have
I used to
Yeah.
be in awe.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So, of course, the greats, but I had people right around me
That's
that
not,
I was like,
I
wonderful.
want to deal with that.
Yeah.
I talk to my wife often about proximity and frequency.
Yes.
There is something that can jump on you from proximity and frequency. I'm talking about being in the same room with greatness.
Yes.
Under those same frequencies. Now, I'm
Yes.
not talking about them mentoring you, because that happens. Now, mentoring you
Yeah.
cut your time in half. I'm just talking about being in the same room, being in the same proximity. and
Gleaning from them.
It's something that if you study all the greats, they all have the same story. Look at Aretha Franklin. I did not know that James Cleveland lived with them at one time.
Live with
You know
them.
what I mean? And Art, you talking about Art Tatum, one of the greatest piano players ever. You know, she was around greatness.
Yeah.
Some greatness got to get off on
You
you.
got to get off on
And
it.
so, you know, whatever you got to do to be around what you're trying to do, I would say do that.
Do it.
Try to get in those rooms,
Do
right?
it.
Try to be around a Tim White, these people.
And that's
because
why,
of the
not to
greatness.
cut you off, that's why it's so important. You're living in Chicago and you're around all these artists and musicians and pastors and preachers. And some artists don't even come.
Yeah.
You don't come, you don't try to get information from them. And then you don't understand that you're standing on their shoulders.
Yeah.
That's why I tell artists all the time, you can't get where you're trying to get if you don't understand what took others to get there.
I was just saying, was I not just saying this?
You
Like, I
can't
got my
do it.
photographer in the room, Ricky Green, man, one of the great photographers. I was
shout
really
out to
just
Rick.
telling
That's
him,
my guy.
man,
That's my guy.
someone who's never been there can't tell someone who's been there how to get there.
You just can't.
You understand what I'm saying?
You
It's
just can't.
some things that you have to go through in life to be able to teach somebody else.
You do.
These people got there for a reason. And
telling
even if you don't like them, they got some gems that can help you.
They can help.
You know what I mean?
And even though I know now the TikTok world and all of that is wonderful, and I love it. But what this generation is missing is relationship.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Because you could be my TikTok friend, but we don't know each other.
Yeah.
You can like all my stuff, but you still don't know me.
Yeah, at the end of the day.
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? There's no relationship.
Yeah.
And that's what I think a lot of young artists are missing. Relationship. Because let me help you. If you don't have 1 million views on TikTok, but I have a relationship with you, just like right now, we have a relationship. That's why I'm sitting here.
Yeah.
Not because I have a #1 record
Yeah.
or because I'm this person.
Come on, Doc.
You understand what I'm saying? It's about relationship.
Absolutely.
And that's what's going to carry you and keep you. And that's how longevity comes in.
Come on, Doc.
See, because you could be hot with one song.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you do know there's another song coming.
Speak on it, Reverend.
And you won't be hot no more.
Come on,
You see what
Doc.
I'm saying?
Come on,
But
Doc.
if I got relationship with you,
Listen.
whether I got a hot song or not, you would say, I know him. I'll bring him.
Relationships are more valuable than gold.
I'm telling you.
They don't teach this.
I'm telling
You
you.
know what they teach? Cut people off. That kind of thing. Relationships are more important.
Because let's
than
go to the
gold.
word. Because I know a lot of people watch your podcast. Let's go to the word. Here it
on, Doc.
is. David and Jonathan.
Yeah.
Rightfully so, Jonathan was supposed to be king. But Jonathan knew, no, it ain't me. Even though my dad is king, Jonathan knew David is anointed to be the king.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying?
Wow.
So he could have rightfully so said, I'm not going to deal with him because, hey, I'm the son. But he knew the oil. The anointing was on David. So he said, I'm going David to be it.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying?
And that, ain't that something?
Come on.
And David wasn't thinking about it. He didn't want to have nothing to do with
But
it.
he was anointed
He was
to be.
anointed. And he was out there with the sheep smelling like
Come
dung.
on. Come on, somebody.
Huh?
Come
Sometimes when you called, you ain't, your life ain't where it need to be sometimes. I'm just being honest. Sometimes it ain't, God sees things in us that we don't see in ourselves.
don't see in ourselves.
And he'll pull you out the background.
Won't he do
His
it?
own father didn't even recommend him. He said, well, that's it.
Nobody recommended
You
it.
didn't put the oil on everybody. Not even thinking about
The
it.
prophet said it.
He wasn't
You
thinking
got
about
another
him.
son. You somebody
Come on,
else said
Doc.
because these ain't it.
Listen, send your tithes and offerings to the DDP Music Works. Y'all getting some good work today. Do you hear me? Come on, Doc. I love this, man. I love this. So now listen, how do you balance being an artist with being a vessel? Especially in an industry where the music side gets heavy.
Wow. That's good.
Let's talk about that.
You balance that by the word. Seek ye first
Yeah.
the kingdom of God and his righteousness.
Yeah.
And all these other things going to be added unto
They're
you.
going to be added unto you.
When you know your why, your what will fall in line. When you know why.
Say it
you're
again,
doing-
Bishop. Say it again.
When
Doc.
you know why you're doing this for the kingdom, for God, for somebody to be saved, when you keep your why in alignment, your what gonna fall in line. Doors are gonna open, ways are gonna be made. Now watch this. It ain't gonna be easy, but it's gonna be worth it.
Yeah.
Because you know your why.
That's so good.
If he's the center of everything you're trying to do, you can't fail.
The architect.
Now it's gonna be hard. It ain't gonna be easy.
Yeah.
But you can't fail.
Yeah.
Because one thing God can't do, he can't lie. If he said it, it's got to come to pass.
And let me add something to that. Anything that's worth doing,
Yeah.
anything that's worth anything, there's going to be some fight.
You're going to have to fight.
And if there's no fight, a lot of time that's the indication that you're,
You
not,
don't
in,
even want
you're
it.
not in your
You
calling.
don't even want anything free, run from it.
Ain't nothing. That's so
Run
good.
from it.
That's so good.
Anything free.
This reminds me of a story. I was driving down 79th, and my son was only about 3. And it was a Blockbuster. I tell you how long ago it was. And he saw this sign in the Blockbuster window that said free. He said, Daddy, it's something free there. We got to go get it. I said, son, ain't nothing really in this life free but
Ain't.
Jesus. and that's going to cost you.
That's going to cost
Right? That's going to cost you.
That's
he
right.
Said, and my son looked at me. He said, oh, you mean like an upsell? I said, what you talking? Because I had never heard of that. But he went to a school with the other side of my hand. And they teach their kids a little something different.
There's some different
They
stuff.
teach
I
you
get
how
it.
to survive and all that kind of stuff.
I get it.
And so I said, an upsell, what's that? He said, that's when people get you to pay for something you didn't want in the first place. you didn't want in the first place. My
That's
son,
all it is.
3-year-old,
That's all it is.
taught me that. And I said, man, that's good. That's good. Tim, you blessing us today, Doc.
Know
you
your
are
why.
blessing us. Know your why.
And your what will fall in line.
And your what will fall in line. We're going to have to put that in the caption.
Know your why.
Lord have mercy.
Because if you know your why, you won't be bothered by if you're not getting the likes, if you're not getting the shares. Because see, if God is pleased with what I'm doing,
What else matters?
nothing else matters.
Yeah.
That don't mean everybody gonna like you. Everybody gonna like you. Everybody gonna share your post. Everybody gonna be on your side.
And it's impossible to please God.
And man too.
Without faith.
Come on,
You
without
got to
faith,
have
number
it.
one. But you can't please God and man.
Yeah.
It's impossible because somebody gonna be mad. But I'd rather y'all to be mad than him.
Then yeah.
Because after all this down here is done, I got to meet him.
Come on.
And I don't want him to say, depart from me, because I know you're not. You did all this work, and you did all this singing,
And I
and
never
all
heard-
this stuff, and I don't even know you.
Wow.
I don't want that.
Come on, Doc.
I want to meet him one day.
I want to meet you and me both, brother.
Come on, somebody.
And listen, narrow is the way.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
It's gonna be narrow getting in there. But
Yeah.
Make sure you get your tail up. in
Because you can have this for free. Everybody that like your posts don't really like your posts. Now, you can have that free. You don't even have to pay
there.
for
Come on,
it.
Doc.
You can have that free.
Oh, this is so good.
You have that.
This is so good. We can unpack that, but I think you got the point when he said it. Okay. Listen, have you ever had a moment? And this is really a rhetorical question, but I need you to answer. You ever had a moment while you were on stage and God completely took over? So I want you to think of a moment where you were on stage and God completely took over, and what happened?
So many.
You had what you wanted to do. You had your set. You had everything. The musicians was aligned. Everything was in order, and God completely took over.
First thing come to my mind is my first recording. My first recording was almost 20 years ago, next year. I recorded my first record.
I didn't know that.
And it was a snowstorm, a hailstorm, and a rainstorm.
Wow.
All in one day.
Jesus.
And I was so distraught. I had everything there. And at that time, we had to have the trucks out.
Yeah.
Tim had to come. So, and Tim was so busy. So
Yeah.
you couldn't just, you set the date.
Yeah, that's
You
it.
can't change the date.
Yeah.
This is 20 years ago, right?
Yeah,
This is
yeah. You had
in
to stick
between
to it.
that VHS, DVD time. Matter of fact, I promoted my recording on MySpace. Now, come on. Now, how long was that, right? You know, like, some of y'all don't know nothing about this. Some of y'all know nothing about MySpace, right? That was
that Facebook put a death.
You see what I'm saying?
Wow.
So, but that night, I was so distraught. And I said, God, ain't nobody gonna come, but I gotta do this record. I can't change it.
Yeah.
I went into the bathroom, and the pastor gave me his office to change it. And I'm going somewhere with this story. Mm-hmm. And I went in and I prayed. I said, God, if you be for me, you're more than world against me. I got on stage. People end up coming, packing the church out in a snowstorm.
Lord, amen.
We got on stage, and I had the likes of Jason Tyson, Tony Russell, Rexel Hardy Jr. All these guys
all-stars,
played, and Tony Russell produced. And shout out to him, wonderful job, right? Got on stage, and the Lord came in that place where it was a picture that I had. I don't have it now. All the musicians that were in the audience, hands was lifted around the room. Like it was Jason Tyson, and I quote, called it a tarrying session.
Wow.
That's what he said. But get this, the record was recorded in 2007. It didn't come out to 2011. So I had a release in 2011. Okay. Same church, same snowstorm. You don't hear me?
What you talking about, Willis?
Same snowstorm.
Jesus.
Went in that same bathroom and asked God to help me through it. And he came through again 5 years later. 4 years later.
4 years later.
4 years later, I mean.
Wow.
So that came to my mind. I had my own agenda. Of course, this is my first recording. I'm ready. I got everything in line. I've been working towards this moment. I had been on several other people projects, but this was my baby, my first one of my record, And The Lord did it, man. So all I can say is he knows the plans that he has for us. Plans to prosper us, to give us peace, and to bring us to an expected end. And that let me know that if God is for you, man,
He's more in the world against you.
he will do it.
And we just talked about how if it's worth anything,
Yeah.
there's gonna be and that is such a great example because the enemy didn't let up.
No.
From the recording to the release 4
He
years
didn't
later,
let up 4 years.
He was not gonna let you. You know what I mean?
He didn't let up, in 4 years. Just think about a 4-year process. So now, mind you, my mindset is, okay, this 4 years, ain't nobody gonna want to hear this. This is my mindset, right? So I got to shout him out. Paul Turner from the West Side, great guy, my good friend. I was calling him and I was telling him, I said, man, I'm not gonna release the record. It's been 4 years. Don't nobody want to hear that. That stuff is old. I went over his house. He said, sit down, calm down. He said, Tim, it's old to you. It's gonna be new to us.
Always.
Oh my God.
Always.
When I tell you that lifted me and lifted that whole burden. But mind you, I'm young. I'm trying to, I don't know nothing about the industry at that point. You know, I was learning.
Yeah.
But when I tell you that whole first record, the enemy tried everything he could. But it was one of the greatest, and my song Grace took me all over this country, even to Italy, all over this world. My song Grace went, but I had to endure it. But I'm so glad right now that I did.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's such a powerful
Yeah.
testimony. And there's so many gems in there. It's so many gems.
Yeah.
And you know, people don't talk about this. I don't even hear it in church. But God will keep a certain amount. He would allow a certain amount of trouble to keep you dependent on him.
Oh, yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Definitely.
He'll keep a certain amount of, just so you can always know that it's not you, that it's him.
Because how can he trust you?
Yeah. Because he can't.
How can he trust you if he only doing stuff for you? That's why you like him.
Yeah.
So sometimes he got to move. You know, he was quiet in the Bible. Look at the Bible. 400 years. He no word from the Lord.
Yeah. Yeah.
Imagine that. 400 years, nothing. He ain't saying nothing. Nobody.
Listen.
Come on.
Listen.
So he got to see if he can trust you. See, a lot of people only like you for what they can get from you. They don't really like you.
And how you make them feel and how comfortable they are around you.
Man, you can have this free too. There's 3 types of people in this world. You put them in these 3 categories. First category is confidant. What a confidant is, they're for you.
Yeah.
You can have $1 million or $1.
Yeah. They're saying
They're for
consistent.
you. They're not
Across
going to
the board.
turn. They're not going to change. They're for you. Then you have what you call a constituent. What a constituent is, they're not for you. They're for what you're for. Watch this. If you go to a certain church, I go to that church, we good. But if you say, God's leading me somewhere else, I'm going to do something else now. They're not with you no more because they was never for you. They were just for what you were for.
Yeah. Man.
That's another category.
That's good.
Here it is. Then the last one, watch this. They're not for you. They're not for what you're for, but they're against what you're against. So if you say, I don't like this situation, and they don't like this situation, I'm good. We together.
Yeah.
But then you come to your sisters and say, well, you know what? I'm going to let that go. I don't have no problem with that. I'm healed, blah, 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 blah. Now you don't hear from them. Now you don't hear from them anymore because they were never for you. They were never for what you're for. They were just against what you were against.
How many friendships started that way?
Come on.
How many bonds do you
Come
have
on.
where you all bonded over the hate of somebody else?
Over the hate of somebody
or
else.
the hate of, you know what I mean? Of a church or somebody else. And you bond for life over something so dysfunctional.
And then you wonder why the relationship is not lasting.
Wow.
It doesn't last because you didn't build it right.
Reverend, you helped me.
It got to be built on a solid foundation.
That's solid, yeah.
Anything that's not built on a solid foundation is going to crumble. I don't care what it is, relationship, career, marriage, whatever. It's got to be built on a solid foundation.
Send your tithes and offerings to DDP Music World because this man is in here preaching on that. And he dropping this is stuff that you do not learn. This is life teaches you
life
in the Bible.
Life.
But the problem is sometimes our life has to catch up with the Bible. The Bible has been there.
Been there.
I was just telling Ricky before you got here how the Bible says that God sits on the circle of the earth. This is 2,000 years ago. The Bible is telling you the earth was round.
Still.
Before there was technology, any satellite.
For any of that stuff.
You know, we the ones that's just catching up.
The
Bible says these kind leave out by fasting and praying. He tells you to fast, and we think he's just trying to make our job harder. No. But we just learning the benefits. I'm talking about natural physical benefits of fasting. Resetting your immune system, your microbiome. You can cure diseases.
Just by fasting.
How many other things in the Bible got those same kind of results? God ain't going to say, well, all this going to happen. He's going to say, be obedient.
This is true.
Yeah. He's going to say, be obedient, and you just have to follow the word. And it's unfortunate that sometimes life has to beat us up. Yeah. Real bad.
And I just watched the Michael Jackson movie.
Yeah.
And I just need to reference that. He went through so much.
Yeah.
Everybody wants the lights, the camera, the stage, the TikTok videos, all of this. But nobody wants the backlash.
Yeah.
Nobody sees the comments that people don't like it, or people hate, or they share a video of you laughing at you or whatever. Can you handle that?
That movie got 38 on Rotten Tomatoes, and the people gave it a 98.
That's what I'm trying to say, and it made almost $300,000, $400 million in 2 or 3 days.
Yeah,
but you still had people that didn't like it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So can you handle that?
Speak on that.
Can you handle it?
There are going to be, and this is for everybody out there.
Yeah.
Whether you're in ministry, music, whatever it is, there are going to be people that don't like your presentation.
Period.
That don't like what you have to give. And I'm going to be honest. Some of it has to do with their spirit not getting along with yours. Some of it has to say, I talked about this on the last show. Sometimes hate comes from self-reflection.
It does.
It does. Who do you think you are, Tim White, that you can go out and get your dreams and go after your goals?
Right.
And I can't. What makes you think you're so special?
Yeah.
You can go after that's really where it comes from.
It comes from. And I'm learning in this season. It's not just jealousy. Envy.
Yeah.
When I tell you that word is strong.
Yeah. Speak on it, Doc.
Envy is strong. Wow. I'm not just jealous of what you got. I don't want you to have nothing, period.
That's crazy.
Because I don't have it.
That's nuts.
I'm telling you. And you find that in the church, in your family, especially in your family.
Now, that's the worst. That can be the worst.
People that you, according to history and law, they supposed to love you because we cousins, we family, we mother, we son, we uncle, we auntie. No.
What the Bible say, though?
Those are some of the main ones.
There's a brother that sticks closer.
That's why Jesus said, come on, let's go to Jesus. They say, behold my mama. He said, who is my mama? Who is my father? Those that do the will. Come on, somebody. Yeah. Sometimes them be the main ones. But you got to know your why.
Yeah.
I'm going back to it because they're so important. A lot of people have lost their why. That's why you crying because they didn't like your post or they didn't come to your concert. Because you forgot your why. Why don't nobody call me? Why don't nobody support me? Everybody else look like they going, they making it, and I ain't making it. I got this. Ain't nobody calling me.
Minister, talk about that.
Everybody, your why.
This is a city where it's not known for support.
No.
Let's just be honest.
It ain't.
Chicago's not known for supporting.
But we, you know what? It's. I get you what you're saying, but it's known for support. But we support who we want to support.
Right.
And so you got to understand that everybody that support ain't really supporting. They come to different stuff for different reasons.
Yeah, different ulterior motives.
You don't know, and you don't know the backlash. You don't know the backstory of it all.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? But when your why's in order, and don't number one person come, you're obligated to minister to them like you would if it was 1 million or whatever.
Yeah.
You understand? But I was talking about Michael Jackson because everybody seen his glory. But to see how they scrutinized that man, to see how they manipulate, talked about him, his own family and people, I mean, it's a price come with it. Everybody want this, but don't nobody want the price. Yeah. Don't nobody want to go through the process.
You want the oil, but you don't know the cost.
I'm telling you.
You don't know the cost and what it took for a person to get there.
I'm telling you,
and
man.
it's a price.
Just
It's always
know
a price.
before you ask for this.
Yeah.
Know there's somebody you gonna have to go through. We be lied on holding microphones. We're talked about holding microphones. We are criticized. We're ridiculed. Can you handle it and still minister from a pure place?
Wow. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's a lot.
And it's a heavy responsibility.
It's a heavy
and
responsibility.
Burden. Because I'm gonna be honest.
It's a burden. That's a good word.
Yeah,
burden.
it's a burden. Because when you get on that stage, I don't care what you went through before you got here.
And
I
people
don't care
but
about your personal problems.
They paid to see you.
Thank you.
And they want to see you.
I don't care that you argue with your wife the whole way here. I'm talking about pastors.
Yeah.
You got to get up here now. You got to minister to the whole church.
Yeah.
You got to be effective. Somewhere between that and the pulpit, you have to let go.
You do.
You know what I mean? You have to let go because the enemy will fight you, and you got to get up here. Now you got to minister to all these people who had 1 million churches they could have went to.
This is true.
They passed 50 churches to get to yours.
This is true.
Or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean?
But what you went through is what they needed.
Yeah.
See, I thank God for my mountains and my trials, and the reason why is because they helped me minister better.
Did I not just say that? Did I not just say that?
Because I can pull from that.
Yeah.
That's why I think just thinking of Anthony Brown's song, you thought I was going to say, you came and saved my life. You know, you can pull from a song. So you see, I don't just sing songs. Songs become me. I become that song. I put myself in the midst of those lyrics to pull out of that. Because what comes from the how reach how anybody can sing a song. You can teach somebody how to sing a song. But to come from a place that I done been through this.
Yeah.
And now I'm finna pull something out and I'm getting ready to let the devil know you thought you had me. You thought you won.
Listen, man. It's the most powerful thing. And it's one of the most powerful instruments. And listen, to every singer out there, every praise and worship leader, listen. Your job is so important. Now, you ain't gonna hear this in church. Church ain't gonna preach this. All right? But you got the word and you got the music. Yeah. And I'm gonna be honest, they're very close to each other.
Yeah.
They
work together.
You understand what I'm saying?
They work together.
Anytime David can play a harp and deliver an evil spirit from someone without a church service.
Come on, somebody.
Without oil. Without
and he hired him
come on,
to do that.
Yeah.
So we always talking about all this other stuff.
Yeah.
He hired Saul to care David. Until David was going to get the situation over here. See what I'm saying?
Listen.
See, people like you as long as you under them.
People want you to be great, but not greater than them.
That part.
That's it.
They
want you to be nice, but when you get to moving up and elevating your life.
And now you don't like, then they little bro you and little sister you to try to keep you underneath.
I hate that. I hate it so much. I hate that little. I hear it so much. Oh, I see you got your little podcast. You got your little thing going on.
Your little one. You got to be careful with that.
Because I'm the type of nigga that's going to be like, is anything little on? Ain't nothing little about me.
Subliminal messages come with that.
Come on, yeah. But it's a shade. It's a thing to kind of keep you.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Low and in your place. You know, when you elevate your life, expect about 90% of your circle to fall off.
It's gonna fall out.
To fall.
Because see, everybody. Some people are afraid of heights. They can't go no higher than where they are. See, everybody can't go where you going.
Some people afraid of heights. That's good.
They're afraid of heights, dog. They comfortable. I preached a message one time. To get off the porch. Some people, that's all they do. Stay on the porch. What you gonna do today? I'm gonna be on the porch. What you gonna do? I'm on the porch. What you gonna do today? On the porch.
Yeah.
Ain't going. Life is passing them by, but they on the porch. So you got to make up in your mind your why.
Yeah.
The center of what you're doing has to be God.
Always.
Because you're not going to get the support you think. And support sometimes come from people you don't even know.
Wait, no. The most support is going to come from strangers.
People you don't even know.
The most support you'll ever get in life will come from strangers. Hear
people
me when
you don't
I
even
say
know,
it.
Doc. I'm telling you.
Hear me when I say, and I don't know if it's the human psychology where people are so used to seeing you at a certain place. They can't fathom you going to the next. They can't fathom you going to the next place.
No.
You know what I mean? The next level. They want you to always stay
here.
Yep. And I learned that a long time ago. I said, even online and posts and things that I do, I said I get more support from strangers across the world than I do right here in Chicago. And I do get a lot of support here in Chicago, but not like it should be.
Not like you. And guess what? Not like you would like it, but
Yeah.
God have to do it that way.
Yeah.
Because if you only got only support from Chicago, you only depend on Chicago. And God wants us to see.
And it's greater
It's
than
a
Chicago.
you know what I'm saying? It's a bigger spot. And I love Chicago, and Chicago loves me. When I have stuff, Chicago supports, and I'm always supporting anybody that I can support.
Yeah.
Because I believe you reap what you sow.
And that's what I meant when I say about support. Because a lot of people want you to come to their event, but you won't.
But they don't come to nobody else.
See them at yours. That's what I mean by support.
I've heard artists say, I don't go to concerts. Well, how are you a gospel artist or a musician?
How do you impart it to yourself? Yeah, that's how you impart it to yourself and inspire yourself by going to
I don't go to concerts. They say it. I've heard some artists say that.
Yeah.
So,
that's
you still reap what you sow. That's the law.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't support anybody, how you expect somebody to support you? That's just the law.
That's it. Listen, you done took it the whole nother way. I got these questions on here, and I don't even know where to go. No, this is how every podcast is going, by the way. And this is what I pray. I pray before we get on here that God's taking over the podcast.
I love it,
and He's using you to do it. You know what I mean? But this is what I want, because this is the stuff that's helpful to people.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? This is what's gonna get people to the next level. Some of you are stuck. You're stuck and you don't know why. You don't know why you're stuck. You don't know why you're not getting the support, because you think it's supposed to be light, camera, action, and I'm taking off and everything is supposed to be, and it's not that way. Okay, you have a greater call on your life.
And it's a journey, it's a process, man. And you can't forfeit the process.
No. Enjoy.
When you're making a cake,
Yeah.
You got to go through the process. And you need eggs, you need flour, but you can't eat the egg basket just raw.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You got to go through the process of it.
And learn to enjoy the journey.
Yeah.
Learn to enjoy the journey. Because I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
I was just talking to Ricky about this. We live in the future. We're always working towards some goal. We're working towards something. So we're always living in the future. And very rarely do we live in the present.
Wow.
But guess what? True happiness and joy only lives in the present.
That's true.
It only lives in the present.
And enjoy the now.
And you can reach back on some good memories and get a little something, but present, that's the only.
Enjoy the now.
Do you understand? Enjoy what God is doing for you right now.
I agree with that.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Do.
I said this on another show, but a paper was writing an article about me, and he was just telling me all this good stuff about me. And I looked at it, I said, I just don't really feel that way. I don't feel like I'm just all that great. You know what he said to me, Brother Tim? He said, that's because you don't live in the present.
Wow.
He said, sometimes you have to step outside of your body and look back at yourself and see what the Lord is doing for you right now.
That's awesome.
At this very moment. We're so busy trying to grab and get to the future that we don't see what the Lord is doing for us right now.
Oh my God.
And God is saying, well, why don't you just slap me in the face? You just did such. I did this. It's the children of Israel. I just split the sea. I just brought you. I did. And y'all already making the golden calf. Y'all got a 14-karat golden calf. Like, come on, man.
Yes, that's
Do you not see what I'm doing for you right now?
That's good.
So if you don't remember nothing, learn to live in the present. There is true joy in the present when you sit in what the Lord is doing for you right now.
I agree.
I'm gonna be honest, brother. It ain't a lot more we can say about it, because you done did it all. But tell us what's next for Tim White. You are nominated. You in the first round of the Stellars. Congratulations again on that. That is a very huge accomplishment.
To God be the glory.
And for you all that don't know, and I'm not saying this to brag on myself, I had 4 nominations last year. And let me tell you how hard that is. They pick 4 people normally out of the whole country, entire country, to get those nominations. Okay, so it's a very big deal. I remember last year Ernest Pugh got his very first nomination. Okay, we're talking about Rain on Us, Let Your Glory. He's had hit after hit, but he got his very first nomination. So it's always huge to have the nomination. I believe you're going to win, but even if you don't, the nomination is just as big.
Big. And let me say, because people don't know, I've been going to the Stellars over 20 years.
Oh, wow.
And this is the first time I've been nominated as a solo artist.
Come on,
by myself. This is the very first time.
Come on.
So I am honored. I'm humbled. Of course, it's my record that I released on last year entitled Help. live in Chicago. I recorded live at Greater Harvest.
Go get it.
Please go get it. All digital outlets.
Go
please.
buy it. All right.
Please, it's on YouTube. All the videos are on YouTube. It's featuring Tally Rogers, Tim Rogers' sister, who sings with John P. Key, and the Williams Singers.
Come on, Doc.
And it was produced by Tony Bush, my brother, and then we had some more amazing musicians. And the McGee sisters did the background vocals. So I'm just honored about this record. This record was very personal to me because I've had several records, but this record, I had a lot of input. I wrote a lot. I knew what I wanted.
It's got your DNA on it.
When I tell you,
yeah,
it has my strong DNA on it,
That's
baby.
good.
If any record, I'm proud of all of my records and all of my accomplishments, but this particular record was personal to me.
Wow.
And every song, I've wrote at least 4, I arranged at least 2. It's only 10 on there. So I wrote most of it. Had a couple other writers, Trey Burgess and the Williams Singers gave me a song, the song that we did together.
Shout out to Trey and the Williams.
Yeah, Trey Burgess and the Williams Singers.
That's awesome.
And Tony Bush, of course, he saw the vision with me. And he produced with me, and I'm just so proud of it.
Yeah.
So whatever comes, when I got the nomination, I was just in tears because this is a personal one.
That's good.
This time.
And I don't want you all to miss what he said, because he's saying some great stuff. But for all you songwriters out there, the best songs come from what you've been through.
It does.
It comes from personal testimonies. That's what resonate with people. Stop just trying to rhyme words and make something sound cute. We got a lot of 7-Eleven songs.
Yeah.
All right? Songs with, what is it, 7-Eleven? 7 words sang 11 times.
Yeah.
Right? We need testimonials, things that reach people, because that's what's going to help.
Beyond that, what comes from the heart reaches the heart.
It reaches the heart.
And this song, piggyback on that, the title cut is called Help. I redid Pray on My Child, old quartet song back in the day with Williams Brothers. But I didn't know the Staples family, Mavis Staples family recorded it first. Her dad wrote it. I had no clue. But anyway, I did the song Help. And I sang for 1390's Turkey Giveaway outside in November. This past November, and I was singing Help. And it says, Lord, I need your help. Lord, I need your help. Just can't make it without your help. Make it without your help.
Don't give him too much, Reverend.
Hey, wait a minute. So I'm singing that outside while they're giving people turkeys and food. And meals. And when I tell you, it's a video on my Instagram page, people were hugging me, crying, saying, I need his help. I need help. When I tell you, that messed me up so bad. Because it was like, okay, God, this is what this was for. Yeah. Somebody need his help. Yeah. And he's a very present help.
He's a very present help.
In the time of trouble. So, Lord, I need your help. Help is available live in Chicago right now. Everywhere.
Go stream it. Buy it. Help okay. That's how you help minister.
And thank you for all of your help.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
I'll never forget. I called you and told you I needed to do a song I was doing with a group. And you opened up your door. And I just appreciate you, David, your spirit, man. I appreciate it. Please keep stay encouraged and, keep your spirit the way it is. Because David never asked God for a good voice or to be able to play well. But he did say, create in me a clean heart, renew within me the right spirit. Because gifts will open the door, but your character will keep you there.
We just talked about it.
So your spirit is what matters. Yeah. And believe it or not, people see you before they hear you.
Yeah. Yeah. And your talent will get you in doors that your character can't keep you.
They can't keep you there.
Your integrity.
So your integrity, being where you're supposed to be.
Keeping your word.
Keeping your word. All that stuff come with being a real individual outside of you just being able to play, sing, preach, or whatever. So I appreciate you.
Well, listen, Chicago appreciates you for bringing that nomination back to Chicago.
I praise the Lord.
That is a big deal, and we are excited about you. And I pray that you win this thing. And even if you don't, it's such a major accomplishment. But I'm believing that you are going to win this. Honored. You wrote something, and that's the last thing I think I want to leave with. God can give you a song. This is all my artists out here, and you don't do anything with it. I cannot believe that you will not be held accountable.
Right.
Because had you not came out with help. I'm talking about all those people at the turkey giveaway.
Yeah.
It was supposed to do something
When
and
I
bless
tell
somebody.
you,
Do you hear
I
me?
would have given an account for that.
Do you hear me? And I'll tell you something else I said on my last show. I've seen God take a song from a person and give it to someone else.
This is true.
And they never let nobody hear it.
This is true.
Do you hear me? And
This is
the
true.
melody's a little different, but it's the same song. God is not, he's not going to be mocked.
I'm
What he wants to happen, his will's going to be done whether you like it or not.
That's right.
But stop dying with your dreams in you. Okay?
That's right.
Get out there and get it done. Listen, Minister Tim, you done did it all, Doc. I appreciate you. You have been an amazing guest. And more importantly, you have ministered to our audience. And I pray that you all rewatch. Please like and share the broadcast. We want this to go all over the world. And congratulations, man.
Thank you.
I'm going to be praying for you that
Will
you
you
bring
do
that
that?
hardware
Will you pray
home,
for me?
Reverend. Okay?
Thank
But
you.
even beside that, you're already ready.
Oh, praise God.
And that to
God
me,
be
that's
the glory.
everything.
To God be the glory.
All right, y'all. Please like and share. And that's the show.
Behind the bull, yeah, we tell the truth.